Good. How you doing?
So far, so good. Yeah.
Hey, Megan. How are you? Thanks so much for being here. It'll be fun. All right. I'll try not to be nervous.
Oh, yeah, don't be nervous.
Okay, so I'm just gonna log into my email here and pull this thing up. Lord, I wonder if I should do my school thing because this is all Microsoft stuff. Maybe let me grab my phone in case it needs authentic.
Oh, yeah.
There may not be an app for the, maybe I should just do the Google thing. Okay, so. Okay. Whatever this is, I gotta log out of. What's that guy's name? Moose.
Oh,
Moose.
Monday.
Okay, so I'm gonna add another account then. I'll just have to remember to delete this.
Okay.
So I think we're really looking back. Stopping by some birds. Yeah.
Okay, check. When
You check it out. Martini. Renew home. Well, it's in that. How did that work? It's 83 up to the erosion.
Yeah, is there a way I could test the video, that the videos work? Because they're
Yeah.
embedded in the thing.
Let me Let me get it connected to the system real quick here.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi. You have a presentation or something?
Nope, I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
Thank you. They got you all set up? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick little test of like some videos I have embedded.
Done it like the last 2 or 3 weeks now.
Yeah, that's.
And it's been an email and you just have to
Yeah.
log on and- okay.
Yep, this is what's happening. So yeah,
Oh, yeah, the videos are fun. Yep.
that's awesome.
There it is on there. Thank you.
I shouldn't stop. He rings the thing. I'm like, okay, so I think we're good. And then,
You can turn that off a little.
okay, turn it up on, like use this. I see what you mean.
There we go.
Yeah, that's better. And then, should I just expand the screen? I like leave it like that.
So when you're gonna do a slideshow?
Well, I'm probably gonna like talk about, like not let it play out. You know what I mean? Like I'll adjust each slide.
I mean, it's up to you. If you just want to do the full slideshow and click through it, I mean,
Yeah, and then I
however you
can
want.
click through it.
Yeah.
Okay, do I just click through it on
You'll,
this?
you'll have to just do it through here. Yeah.
Oh, you use these?
Yeah. So
Okay.
if we, for example, if we go up here and do slides, slideshow,
And then that gives the big screen.
then you're full screen. And
Oh,
you hit.
cool. And then if I want to play a video, I can use the mouse to click on that
Yeah.
or the thing.
Believe.
Just use that and then
Yeah.
I can enlarge it. Yep,
Yep.
that's the goal.
And hit escape, and that'll get you back out of it.
Okay.
Then you can just hit pause, and you should be able to. I think hitting that wants to play the video,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
and then you click back on your
Onto
slide.
that. Okay.
and
And
then-
then we're
and then
controlling slides again.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'll just go back to the first one and
Yeah, you should be good. And have you ever done Zoom?
yeah, it's been a while.
So this is how they do it. When you get to the point you're gonna do
Oh,
you're gonna come down here and do share screen.
yeah,
So anybody logging in can see it.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Otherwise, this can leave that like that.
And then that'll,
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
then they can see the screen that
Yeah.
way. So should I just leave it like this or should I?
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see how it
See
goes.
what they want to do. I haven't done one of these meetings in months. So
Okay.
I'm kind of feeling them, so I'm not sure if they do everything. This is how they used to do it. I'm assuming they still do it this way.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
and I'll have a microphone. I'll have a microphone for you here too.
Okay.
Gonna grab.
Whatever.
Yeah.
In case you want to let them know, 724 is what we collected last week on Pass the Hat. for
Okay.
Disaster.
Okay,
That is for the Empire thing.
okay, I'll see her. Joan's gonna, I'll see
She's
her.
supposed to drop that off with the Secretary of High School.
Renee is?
Yes.
Okay, I'll get it to
Because we
Renee.
don't have an online
We're gonna see her Sunday.
billing account.
Oh, we're actually seeing her Friday. She wants us to walk with her for senior night on the field. I
This
said,
is probably recycled, but I'll let you.
okay, I said no, but my wife.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. You guys still do this the same way with the
Yes.
Zoom meeting and all?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're collecting money.
Okay, it should be good to go. I got the Zoom meeting going already.
Oh, perfect.
Um,
Yeah, because the conduit gets it and puts it
Yeah,
somewhere.
you can-
I'm not a text.
Gotcha.
I'm a less than.
At work, I usually eat lunch at like 11, so for on these days, I you had to wait. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw. Oh, yeah. 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 So she's here for a while.
Yeah.
For a few years. Yeah, okay, so. And
Hey, Brian.
I'll be there.
Oh, that's all. Oh, no, Kristen too. You'll be happy to do it if she does it, and then they won't do it right.
You made it. They came in and signed and they have to go anything. They just. Anything else, right?
Okay.
I just stopped there.
Well, I did the same thing. I'm like, where is? Yeah. I know. Okay, I got one.
Maybe mention that.
Good.
I know, I know.
I got 1,800 things.
It never goes full of it, I feel like. It used to be like one day.
Good afternoon. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag. United States. Is Jennifer White here? Carolyn Kester, could you do the invocation?
Our hands, please. Dear Heavenly Father, we're thankful for this day. You've given us opportunities all morning, and yet we have the afternoon yet to make decisions on and plans for the balance of the day that we here. We look forward to what you have in store for us for our Rotary group. We thank you for the food that we have just enjoyed. Blessings on each head here. Amen. Thank you, Carolyn.
And guests, Rotarian, Carolyn has a guest today. Okay, we've got a couple announcements. Tonight, we have a happy hour from 4 to 6 at the clubhouse. The clubhouse is located at 1001 Enclave Boulevard, which that's the, over there on the Enclave, Whispering Heights, next to the elementary and middle school. Well, right in the same, about 3 doors down from the Bourbon House. So it's been there about a month or so, and it's really nice inside. They also have we'll be there, but they also have a whiskey tasting going on. So if I'm going to taste some whiskeys, I'm sure they're selling some of that. So anyway, 4 to 6, join us. It should be a good time. Mark Cowsley, you have an announcement to make?
But we could certainly use more. A lot of hands make for easy work, so please consider signing up for review, carry, email, and myself on there. Happy to answer questions.
Thank you, Mark. Encourage everybody to sign up. We're going to have, again, remember last week we passed the hat for our hurricane victims in North Carolina. We collected $724, and as you know, we had voted to match that as a Rotary Club, and we're going to run it for a second week. There's one little caveat that we'd like to change on it. Since we started it, we got noticed by our district Rotary 6460 that they now have, they have an organized group collecting donations for North Carolina, and we'll be distributing it through our districts down there. We were doing it through the Samaritan's Purse because we didn't have another organization. We had voted to match it. If we are matching what we collect, if we go through our district, they will match what we bring in. So currently 724 last week doubled. We'd already be at 28 without 100 after today, without today. Since we had voted on it, I need to change to send it through our district so that the funds, we know where they're going, and the other organization was great. We have a motion to change that we send it through our district as opposed to Samaritan's Purse. Okay, Mark had brought Samaritan's Purse in, so Mark has motioned to send it through our district. Second by Mark Gruber or whoever else I heard it from. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Thank you very much. So great. Whatever we collect now today, again, we will double that through a match from our club. That will get doubled from a match through district. So really good stuff going on through Rotary as usual. Thank you. We have 27 applications now for the grant, up 6 from last week. So they're averaging about 1 per day now, and I'm sure it'll happen that way through the 31st on the deadline. It always happens that way. Again, we have November 8th, 9th, and 10th. We've got we have the exchange students still looking for some housing for those kids on Friday and Saturday night. You don't have to do both nights. I need a house for 3 boys and 3 girls. I've got 5. Somebody else has 3 boys, and then so I need 2 houses yet. So consider that. Friday night, we're taking them to Edison's. Saturday, we're doing the Arch and the zoo, having lunch, and then doing a potluck. And Jessica,
That's my sister.
I know. I have struggled with names. Ask the orientation group today. Jennifer Cabo will be hosting a potluck dinner after we get back from the zoo and everything in St. Louis. And we're going to cook some pork steaks for everybody. And then there'll be a list out. I'm looking for people to bring in, and there'll be a list of beans, potatoes, some different things, but I'll get more information on that before that date, that some people can drop dishes off and we will feed them. We have 14 of them. So I believe that's all for the announcements. We have an induction to make. Mike Wanos, if you and Gary would come forward. So Gary Thomas has been proposed for membership, and that all went out and it's all been voted. So he is going to be a new member of our club. We met with Gary, the orientation committee, and most of you probably remember how it works. Orientation committee met with him at 11 o'clock this morning and went through everything that's expected of a Rotarian, everything that we can provide, what the club does, the makeup of the board, and the whole deal. So we've given a lot of that information to him. So I just want to start with basics. So Gary, you have been approved for membership to the Edwardsville Rotary Club. We are 100 years old this year. We turn, as you heard, April of 2025 is when we started. So we will be 100 years old. We have 105 members now. You are 105th member. Our membership has grown this year. That's thanks to everybody. So Gary, he was a former optimist. So this is a promotion. But we welcome you to the club. We look forward to seeing you. Hope you get a lot out of it. And if you could just tell a few words about yourself, we go from there, and you can probably just use that microphone.
All right. Well, thank you. I look forward to participating and getting to know people in the community. I'm actually from Warden. That's where I grew up and ran around here in my irresponsible years and went to SIU. Then I landed up in Belleville for about 35 years. I ended up owning my own accounting business and then selling that at the latter part of 21. So I'm back in the area and, getting reoriented and reintroduced to people. All right. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Gary, and thank you, Mike, for proposing Gary for membership. And just real quickly, I have a plaque for you here. You can hang this proudly wherever you would like. And then also a pin. So it doesn't mean the same as when I pinned my girlfriend in my fraternity, but there you go. All right. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Picture, does anybody take a picture, Gina? Let's take it in front of the banner here.
Oh, okay.
Just take a picture, it's cheap.
You two smile, we're gonna cut the loser up. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks, Gina. Thank you very much. Here you go. Better than that. Thank you. All right, thanks a lot. Thanks, Mike. Okay, did I miss anybody on announcements they wanted to make? Anybody? Oh, Kai, yeah, I forgot Kai.
Kickoff next Thursday, so be ready for that. We have a citrus team this year. We got Sam, we got Mike, we got Jake, and we're introducing them. Rick asked last week, 2 weeks ago. We got some forms for prior years. We don't have, everybody's form. Hopefully you save that or save that this year, for future years. But again, I have those if you need that. Let's see if it's in there. 2 things, you're gonna get an email, 2 emails from me this week. One's gonna have all the documents like. And I'll have them here next week at the kickoff. The second will be an email that you can send out if you want. You can just forward it out. So we put your citation file on that and make it easy. So 2 things to this week. Thank you.
Thank you, Kai. Chad Morris, I think you had something you wanted to.
So everybody who's here, we had a program from Willie's Wishes, Christy Jennings. They're having what they call the Jubilation Celebration, November the 16th. It's going to be at Wigglers in Holly Shores. For that event, they are collecting gifts. And what I'd like to do is just get ahead of it and let everybody know while you're out and pick up some gifts. We're going to collect them the 1st and 2nd week of November. And I'll also have flyers on the tables. Ready for the event. It's an RSVP. It's $45. It's basically all you can nosh and drink for about 3 hours or something like that. So I would recommend, if everybody can, please do participate, come along. I'm going to try and make the event, but I definitely want to make the toys from the Rotary.
Thank you, Chad. Okay. So program, Megan Lipscomb has the program today. Looking forward to it. So if you would just come up and introduce your guest. Thanks, Megan.
All right. Hello, everybody. So I have Victoria Bumard here from the Edwardsville High School Fine Arts Department. And she began her career as a music educator in 1994 in Spartanburg, South Carolina, teaching elementary and middle school orchestra. She has been the orchestra director at Edwardsville High School since 2014 and currently has 125 students enrolled in the orchestra program. Victoria is also an active freelance musician. Currently, she plays with St. Louis Chamber Soloists, Union Avenue Opera, Winter Opera St. Louis Ballet, Candlelight Concerts, and Rosewood Ensemble. She's also performed in orchestras with headliners Jimmy Page and Robert Plant, Josh Groban, Peter Cetera, Mannheim Steamroller, Frank Sinatra Jr., Clay Aiken, Barry Manilow, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Warren Haynes, Adina Menzel, Rod Stewart, 2 cellos, Michael Bublé, The Who, Weird Al Yankovic, The Eagles, Beach Boys, and Hamilton. She's very passionate about music education and creating a classroom environment where every student feels valued. Research shows that music education helps students stay engaged in school and gain social emotional skills like perseverance and teamwork. She's proud to teach in a school district that continues to prioritize the fine and performing arts. So please welcome Victoria.
All right, thank you for having me. Megan, thank you for asking me to speak. It's a pleasure to meet with a group of professionals that are committed to community outreach, supporting our youth, and organizing humanitarian services. And Dan, the fact that you mentioned that you're contributing to North Carolina and funds to help recovery from the hurricane, that hits home because all of my family lives 30 minutes south of Asheville, and it's been really hard for them to recover. So, okay, switch gears. So, at first I thought, why am I being asked to speak? I'm just a teacher. But then I thought, well, I'm a teacher. And I always tell my college student teachers that teaching is a noble profession. And this Rotary organization acknowledges that educators are the utmost importance in our community. I'm also a musician, which means I've got to have a day job. Luckily, my day job is teaching what I love, and I get to spend each day with the most remarkable students that amaze and inspire me every day. I moved to Illinois from South Carolina when I was 25. Honestly, I was embarrassed by my Southern accent. Back then, teachers didn't have email accounts. So for our students that made all district, or all state or solo and ensemble, we couldn't just email a list to be put in announcements. We had to go to the front office and use the intercom to announce things. So I would just be so nervous when those times came, and I tried my best to sound like a news person on TV. One fact about being a teacher is that you're putting yourself out there every day. When you spend all day, day after day with students, you realize they notice everything. And students really have a radar for spotting any weaknesses. I come from a family of educators. My parents are both educators. My grandmother taught fourth grade for 30 years, and my sister is in her 23rd year of teaching kindergarten. When I announced to my parents that I wanted to major in music, they insisted that I get a music ed degree. They were both college professors and knew very well what degrees landed actual jobs out of college. After I finished undergrad, I went to a music conservatory in Boca Raton, Florida. Then I freelanced with the Florida Symphony and Palm Beach Opera and did some part-time teaching at the Palm Beach School for the Arts. I was piecing together all these part-time gigs, and let's just say my mother was not a fan. My mom saw a job posting for an orchestra teacher in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and she literally mailed in my application and told me after the fact. So I wound up getting the position and moved back to South Carolina. I began my public school career teaching elementary and middle school orchestra, and I had no idea what I was doing. I thought, boy, these kids don't know anything. And eventually it dawned on me that it was my job to teach them. And over the course of that first year, I went from an attitude of fear and loathing to being excited about every tiny bit of progress as we moved through the method book or learned a piece that was a whole page of music. I pivoted from being annoyed by my 7th grade class clown to realizing he was actually hilarious. And at that time, there was a new popular sitcom called Friends, and he was Ross Geller through and through. 3 years later, I got married and moved to Illinois, and I cried. I miss my students so much, and I thought I would never have another group like them. Little did I know, kids are the same everywhere. The special thing about being a music teacher is that we have our students for several years in a row. We have their siblings, we know their parents, and depend on our booster volunteers. We're like family, except we get to choose each other. This is my 10th year teaching orchestra at Edwardsville High School. I'm proud to be a part of the Edwardsville District 7 team, and I brag about my students constantly. My daughters are graduates of Edwardsville High School, where they received the best education. They were involved also in music and athletics, and the entire experience at Edwardsville High School helped mold them into the successful professionals they are today. So let me introduce my fine and performing arts team at Edwardsville High School. I have the most incredible colleagues on the planet. Everyone is an expert in their field and is passionate about teaching. So let's see, we're going to go through some slides together here. Let's see. On this. Okay. All right, so first, our visual arts department. Our teachers are Cassie Flynn and Stacy Sneed. Some of you might have attended the Edwardsville Art Fair, and the students at the high school, they always have a tent set up and they can sell their personal art items that they have made, and they made over $1,000 collectively from their artwork that weekend. And then also the National Art Honor Society at the high school raised $300. at the high school, we're under construction in the commons, they're expanding, so there's a wall put up and it was just this big ugly blank wall and they just now completed a mural on that wall and it looks really cool. So offering drawing, painting, printmaking, we have so many talented students, ceramic, sculpture, and fibers. Okay, next, I want to talk about our drama department. So Ashley Melton is our amazing theater teacher. And Jonah Scheckler is literally her right-hand man that teaches the tech, audio, visual, and set construction and design. He's training the students on how to use power tools and build the sets. And Ashley is very remarkable, just how focused she is on every single project. So the play this fall is Letters to Sala, a young woman's life in Nazi labor camps. So what she's done so far to help the students understand and have a well-rounded experience before they perform this play, she had the Jewish Community Relations Council come and present to the drama club students in our auditorium at the high school, and just to help further their knowledge of Jewish culture. And then she took 35 of the students to the Kaplan Film and Holocaust Museum in St. Louis. And then just last week, the playwright Arlene Hutton. So this play is based on a book she wrote about her mother and her experience that she didn't find out till she was an adult, what actually happened in her mother's past. And so they brought the playwright via Zoom, and she discussed the all the details of the play, and the students got to ask questions. So I just thought that was great. So here is a video of last spring's musical, just a little promo video, just to give you an idea of what all these kids are doing behind the scenes and on stage. Right. So you can just tell like how professional, see, the professionalism of these students at such a young age, and whoop. All right, let's see if I can. That's a good question. I would have to ask Ashley. Yeah, oh, I mean, yeah, the talent at the high school is just incredible. And you can just tell all the different aspects of putting on a production like that. And the students are so motivated and really push themselves and work so hard, and really proud of them. So next I'm going to talk about the band, choir, and orchestra. So this year we have a record 65 band, choir, and orchestra students that made ILMEA. That's our all district festival, and the festival, so they sent in audition videos, and that's how many students were chosen just from our high school. And it's a remarkable number. The festival will be in November at Belleville West. So our band directors, Ryan Lipscomb and Dean Anderson. The symphonic band was selected to perform at Allstate in January, and I'll show a clip of a little bit of that performance. And then, of course, we all know the Marching Tigers and how fantastic they are. We'll show a clip of that as well. But tonight is the community performance night for the Marching Tigers. So at 8 p.m., it's a free performance. They'll be performing at the complex at the high school. And then tomorrow they compete at Bands of America St. Louis. So it's a super regional final. They'll compete tomorrow and then get back to the high school as fast as they can. They're not going to make it in time to play the halftime show, but they're going to do their performance at the end of the football game. And then, of course, they'll be in the upcoming Halloween parade. And one of the exciting trips that's coming up, and this is a first for them, they're traveling to London to play for the New Year's Day parade, January 1st, 2026. And it's really a big honor to be invited to perform. They don't have marching bands over there. Their footballs are round and they don't, have the whole thing that we have here with football games, marching band, cheerleaders in the stand, all that stuff. So, so this is really an incredible opportunity for them. And also they love it over there to see our marching bands. So that's an exciting opportunity. So we have marching band, concert and symphonic bands begin after the marching season. Symphonic is the auditioned group. And then pep band, they start rehearsing for the basketball games. There's color guard in the fall season, and then winter guard continues on through the rest of the year. And I'm gonna play this clip of like I said, an excerpt from Allstate where symphonic band performed, and then of course our Marching Tigers.
From Edwardsville, Illinois, the Edwardsville High School Marching Band.
All right. So let's see if I can. So, here we go again. Let's see if I can click out of that. Yeah, okay. So you may not realize this, but Megan Lipscomb, who's an engineer for Phillips 66, her husband, Ryan, is the head band director at the high school, in case you never put that connection together. And Megan, I believe, were you a horn player, flute player? Yeah. So, okay, next I want to talk about our choir program led by the incredible choir director, Emily Otwine, who's actually from Edwardsville. Some of you may know her, and if you do, you know how amazing she is and how talented she is and how big her heart is. So let's see. So last year, the choir was invited to perform at Carnegie Hall. And the choir has different smaller groups, acapellas, bel canto, and glee club. And the orchestra has a chamber group, and these groups are perfect to go out in the community and perform for different events. And so at the Edwardsville Art Fair, these groups perform, the chamber orchestra and these chamber choir groups. That's always fun for the students to experience that. The choir students also performed at the Edwardsville Library for the Living History event, the Folds for Life fundraiser, and they're scheduled to perform at several local assisted living centers this year. So let's see, I've got some photos from their trip at Carnegie Hall. And then here's a clip from this past concert, October 3rd. All right. So, if I can go. I think laptops don't like me. Oh, hey, success. Okay, and then finally, I'm just going to talk about the orchestra program. The photo that is displayed here is from our annual Tiger Town concert, which is grades the elementary schools, they start in 4th grade. In 5th grade is when they start participating in this concert all the way up through high school. And it's just so endearing to see the growth from each grade level and those performances. So there's 2 orchestras at the high school. Symphonic is the audition group and the chamber is the volunteer group. Also, you may have been to an Edwardsville Symphony concert in the summer. The first concert at the end of May, we do a side-by-side concert and high school students are invited to perform and they're recognized. And then for the 3rd year in a row, our high school orchestra has been invited to Illinois State University for their clinic and invitational to work with their professors and perform in their fabulous concert hall. So I just have a few photos from our orchestra camp we have every summer for all ages. And then our students that attended all district and all state. And then we performed a candlelight concert at 1818 Chop House in May. 2 years ago, the high school orchestra was ranked number 3 in the state by IHSA based on solo and ensemble results. And the orchestra will perform at Universal Studios in Orlando, June 2026. So I was,
You can run it.
okay.
We can let it run while we kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
sure.
Hear this over while I
Yeah,
do it.
go ahead.
So on behalf of the Oski and the Lively and the whole nursery, I have the centerpiece and the things that will say a couple things. This is-
Yeah, okay,
I'm
perfect.
trying to coach you.
No, no, that was it. This was perfect.
No. Okay, I think we can hear this a little bit while we wrap things up a little bit, but thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for
And
having.
I always say at your tables, you can learn so many things. So I learned two things today. First of all, I learned that Jessica Johnson's daughter is on the dance team. Renee, our exchange student, is also on the dance team. Friday night, I'm going to, Joan and I are walking with her as a senior on the field. Then discussion came about they need more seating. I then went on a mini rant about how the band parents and performing art parents take up all the center, get there really early and take up all the center seats, don't care about the football game and leave at halftime. Then I learned that Megan's husband is the band director and Victoria runs the performing arts department at the high school. So it's always good to learn things. You should probably just time your learning of the things better. Thank you very much. Sure, thank you. 50-50. Thank you very much. Hey. It's not that I don't believe that, it's just that I should probably just know my audio better, right? No, it's good. All right, 50-50 tickets. Last four numbers, 3900. Joe Malink. Okay. Next week, program is Kai Redmond with Citrus, Invocation, Rick Martini, greeters are Jennifer Cabo and Ethan Cordair. And then if we all stand for the four-way tests. What? It was the ace of clubs. Okay, so the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will build goodwill and better friendships? Will be beneficial to all concerned. Thank you very much. We will see you next week. And remember the Halloween parade and happy hour tonight, 4 to 6.
Sorry. Yep.